Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I have just put Jack down for his nap, so you might hear him talking in the background. He's actually quite tired, but he will be asleep soon. You may not hear anything, but I just thought if you do hear any strange noises, that's what it is, and it's nothing to be worried about. But today I actually want to share with you some things that I've got for Jack's new bedroom, because if you're new to my channel, then you won't know that we're actually moving really soon. Yeah, like this week, and well, by the time you see this video, it'll be this week. So we've got a new room to decorate. We've got new rooms to decorate because this is our first home. It's we're going to be owning our home this time, so I get to decorate and do things the way I want them. And so I have a bunch of stuff that I've gotten for Jack's bedroom. It's kind of a good time to transition because I'm going to be putting him into a single bed. He's currently in his cot, but the side is taken off it, so it's like a toddler bed, I guess. And we're just going to be putting him straight into a single bed. So it was kind of time to upgrade, not totally from like a nursery to a big boy's room, but it is definitely going to be an older boy's room. And I wanted to kind of make it something that he could grow into. And also it is going to eventually be a shared bedroom. I am pregnant with our second child. This new baby will probably sleep in another bedroom until it's sleeping through the night, but then once it is, it'll go in with Jack, and we don't know quite yet if it's a boy or a girl, though we are finding out in like, I think it's like 4 days time. So excited. So I have made his room, it is very masculine, the things that I've chosen, but I also feel like if there was a girl sharing the room, I could also bring in like things that would make it very feminine too. So it's more of like a vintage theme, and almost like if you think about like the old Victorian nurseries and how it was set up like that, that's kind of what I was going for. So let me share. I don't have a ton of stuff, but I have a few things that I have made and bought over the last few weeks that I thought would be fun to share with you. So let's start with the boring stuff first, because yeah, and this is actually something that I had already around the home. But it's just a bed skirt, so it's just a valance for his bed, so that's going to go on his bed. Anyway, so then to go along with that, I got him a new duvet cover, and I wanted something very neutral. I wanted something quite masculine, and I am not into like really kiddie duvet covers. I just don't like it. I just feel like it looks tacky. That's just my personal opinion, that I just don't like it in my house. If it's in someone else's house, that's fine, but just for me, I like to keep things pretty neutral. So this is what I got, and I got it from Kmart. These are just the pillowcases, but it's just like a gingham checkered thing, and I think it is just black and white, but it almost looks a little bit blue, and I love it. This is perfect because I can pair it up with a quilt or whatever I want, and it can be as babyfied or as big boy as I want to make it. So it's all just the same. This is actually a double duvet, and I will talk to you about that in a second. But yeah, 2 pillowcases and obviously the duvet cover itself. So that was from Kmart. I'm trying to think how much I paid for it. I think it was about $36 or $37, something around that. Anyway, and the reason it is a double duvet and not a single duvet is because I couldn't find it it didn't come in single bed size, and I wanted that duvet. Like, I couldn't find anything else that I liked, and like the warehouse sold a lot, but they were that microfiber stuff, and I hate that for duvet covers. So I got this in the end, and a double duvet is quite nice on a single bed anyway, because it goes like right down and covers it, and Jack likes to kick his covers off, so that'll help keep them on top. So to go along with that, I also bought him a feather and down quilt. So it's just the duvet inner, and that's a double bed size as well. And I wanted to get him like a down duvet because it's just nice and warm. I think this one says medium warmth, which is perfect because he sleeps with a sleep sack on as well. And this will help like keep it on him, because I feel like the cotton ones he could just kick off a lot easier. So I got that. I think it was about $60, also from Kmart. And then we have some things that I made. So I wanted to do some throw cushions to go with this, and I'm like a cushion hoarder because they're so expensive, and so every time I got like cushion inners, once the cushion covers get too worn, I just biff those and I keep the cushion inners. And I have had a bunch of fabric. I mean, like, I love sewing and crafts and stuff, so I had a lot of fabric, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go look through that and see what I can make. And I made 2 throw cushions. So this is the first one, and this is actually like a flannelette fabric. So I actually originally bought it to make sheets out of, and this was like well before I was married, so this fabric I've had for a little while, and I never did, but I just thought it would be really cool in Jack's room. It's got that vintage sort of boy look, and it's still quite little boy, so that's nice. And then I backed it with this fabric, which I think my mum actually gave me. I've had it forever. I've made so many things with this fabric. I love it. It's very masculine, and yeah, I just feel like that goes quite nicely with that, and you can flip it around. And I did make it, like, there's Velcro on the back, so you can just slip it off and wash it, because it's going in a kid's room, so you want to be able to wash it. So that is that one. And then I also made this one, which I actually bought this fabric at the same time as I bought the other fabric. I got it from Spotlight. I think it was all on clearance, like at the end of winter. Again, it's a flannelette fabric. I love this one because it's got like the vintage airplanes and the bicycles and the cars and everything on it. But it's got the ABCs, which really makes it quite like nursery themed. And then I have this fabric on the back, which is just a brown gingham. And I don't actually know where I got this fabric from. I've had it for a while. It's probably from my mum as well, something she was biffing out. And I just think these go quite nicely together. I can flip them around if I want to, you know. And then when he grows out of this, I can just make new cushion covers, and that's that. So very masculine. Again, this one's got the slip cover too, and they're so easy to make. Seriously, pillow covers are super duper easy to make. I think it took me like half a day to cut these out, and it actually took me longer because I was missing my like guillotine thing that I usually cut with, so I had to do it all with scissors. But anyway, so the other thing I made on the same day, which goes along with those, and I used fabric from that, is bunting. So this is nice and long. I don't know how long. It's probably about 2 meters. It's all twisted up. It's not too huge. They're quite little triangles. I didn't want them to be super big triangles. But I love the look of bunting in a child's room. And I had some like Hessian fabric or burlap, whatever you want to call it. So I used a bit of that as well. And I just used all the fabrics that I used in the cushions. So I incorporated that. And now, if you look at the ribbon, because I had nothing, I had no like plain ribbon to do this with. So if you want to look at the ribbon that I used to sew it to, it actually says to have and to hold from this day forward, for better for worse. It's actually from my wedding. So my mum got that as one of the decorations. It's like on this vintage spool thing. And it was the only thing I had, and I thought, oh, who cares? It kind of looks cute. So Jack's out to have and to hold anyway. So that is that, and that will go in his bedroom, probably above his bed. And then the last thing that I got recently was I was trying to think of some art to go on his walls, because currently he's got these things that say, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine." They're like pretty yellow prints, and that's great, but it didn't like go at all with the decor. So initially I was thinking that I would try and find some vintage airplane prints, because there's some like on the cushions and stuff like that. But then I was like, well, first of all, I couldn't find stuff that I liked, and also I didn't want it to be too themed. Like, I didn't want it to be specifically an airplane theme, because he also has like a it's like a vintage looking airplane, but in Africa, the Africans often make these amazing little things out of just like bits and pieces that they find, like tin cans and stuff. So Jack has an airplane made out of a tin can, and it's beautiful, and that is over his bed. So there's a lot of airplane stuff, but I didn't want to make it like, you know, that theme. So what I ended up doing was getting prints of vintage tractors, and then I got frames from the warehouse. They were all half price. I got them for, I think I paid $8 for each one, and I just framed the prints. So these are what I have. So I have this one here. So it's got like a watercolor, and these are just prints off of like Google. So yeah, I just printed them off on regular paper and framed them up. I'm not selling them, so you don't have to worry about copyright and all that kind of stuff. And this one is another one, which, like, you can see the reflection of my light. Sorry, guys. But there's that one. And I love the frames. They are, like, actual wood, because a lot of them were, like, a wood look, but I wanted actual wood, so I was happy with that. And then one more, which is this one. So they're just, yeah, all three of them will go together. It just depends, like, where I'm going to put them in his room. I probably won't hang them up straight away, because I do want to strip the wallpaper and repaint before I go crazy with hanging things up on the wall. But yeah, I got those. So those were very, very cheap. They only cost me like, what, $24 and for all three, and then I just printed the stuff off at home. So yeah, that was a great way of making some cheap art. And actually, if you go onto Pinterest, there's a lot of places where you can find free prints that are available for you. So that is how I found all of those. It was easy peasy. And that's all I have to show you. I'm so excited to put together his room. There are some things obviously in his bedroom already that are going to be taken to his new room and put in there. But yeah, it's just so exciting. And his dresser is going to go perfectly with this theme because it's quite a rustic farmyard kind of looking dresser. And I've already got that all sorted. So exciting to be putting that together. He's going to have his own playroom, so I'm probably going to keep toys out of his bedroom. He'll just have a few special books and toys up high on shelves, so you can't actually get to them. But there will be more for display than anything else. And then he'll have all his play toys in the playroom, because if you're going to share a bedroom, then I want to save on space and just keep bedrooms very minimal. And from experience, kids like to be where mama is, and so they don't tend to play in their bedrooms as much as they play out in the lounge and things like that. So anyway, that is all I have to share, but I am looking forward to bringing you more hauls of things that I've gotten and showing you things. We are moving very soon. I can't wait to do a house tour for you guys, show you what it looks like empty. When we get the keys, we'll be going to clean the place, so I'm planning on doing filming a house tour that day when it's empty, so you can just see it in its bare like completely non-renovated state, and see what we're starting with. So exciting times ahead. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep up to date with us, see my pregnancy updates that I'm doing, see our home renovation updates, and just mummy videos that I put up, then go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you along. Thank you for watching this video, guys, and I